basically, the party that we see before us here at this fine entrance to this tomb was basically offered a grand reward from a nearby lord if they go to this nearby hill that he recently purchased and named after his 18-year-old daughter, and decide and confirm that they've cleared out and vanquished any semblance of evil in his tomb. He doesn't know exactly what's inside of it, but he just wants it taken care of, and will pay quite a sum for the whole job being done. And of course, the reason why he wants this done is for the noblest goal, which is to build a little summer house for his daughter on top of this hill. So, setting adventurers to die for the sake of one's daughter is completely valid and relevant here, I see.
He couldn't just pick another hill. No,
no, of course not. This hill had a really nice view. You just really couldn't let it go. So anyways.
And the feng shui is fantastic here.
All right, so...
Foolish, fleshy ones and their aesthetics.
All right, so this actually brings me to an interesting point, though, because I'll read over the description of the hall for Chris, because he hasn't heard the description before, and I'll add a side note to everyone else who's been here once already. So you travel over. You knew where the entrance was. It takes about a half day's travel, and everyone returns here, and once you get to the entrance, the first light brought to bear on the corridor reveals ahead a flare of color undimmed by the passage of time. The walls and the ceiling 20 feet overhead are smooth plaster frescoes illustrated with interior and exterior scenes. Herds of cows graze in open fields. A wooded corpse conceals rolls of the ground. Cops, sorry.
Did the same thing last time.
I'm not wearing my glasses, so it's harder to read this.
A wooden corpse would be much more sinister.
It would indeed. Well, knowing this place...
That's not ominous at all.
Slaves of various humanoid and monstrous races go about their labors under the whips and of fiends and other cruel creatures. Certain of the frescoes create the illusion of an interior space. A wizard's workroom guarded by two jackal-headed humanoids. A library stands filled with many books and scrolls. A torture chamber holds a barred door behind which some fiendish creature lurks. The floor of the corridor has an equally colorful mosaic of stone set with a distinctive 2-foot wide path of red tiles snaking its way south. For those of you that were in this tomb at least once, you'll notice that despite what you've done here before, returning here reveals that the tomb is exactly as it was when you first arrived. Anything that might have been changed, altered, or destroyed does not seem to have any sort of marking of your presence. And the floor itself is unnaturally clean, as if something has been tending to it.
Oh.
Halfling, your chalk was worthless.
You totally remember where those pit traps were, though, right?
It's not my fault this place has a cracked janitorial staff.
I was told there was shit to kill. Let's go kill it.
All right. Now, just as a note, since you are returning here, I will make a little note of something that you saw last time. That little chest that's embedded in the wall is still where it is. Just that's a freehand. I did not want to draw that.
No.
Let's get a rectangular tool instead.
No, I didn't mean to do that either.
Oh, thank you. All right. Just trying to make sure I can see things properly. Okay.
Neutro gives a shout out to Luke Mockery in the chat.
Snuggle buddy!
All right. Where that little blue square is, that's where you see the bronze chest that's embedded in the wall itself. It's not attached to the ground, it's attached to the wall itself as it's seated there. So at this point, if you all want, we could actually... we don't need to roll up initiatives yet, but at one point we'll probably roll up initiatives and have people kind of act in an initiative order. But for now, the tomb lays in front of you. You've already seen its horrors once. So the question is, what do you do now, adventurers?
If the chest has been reset, there might be something inside of it this time.
God. Why would there be something in it now?
I don't know. You go first and find out.
I think we're all
because
agreed.
It's been
You go
reset.
first.
You notice the traps aren't there anymore, and there's no chalk circles. Someone might have put something inside of it.
Okay, so somebody walked into this hall, saw that we disturbed every single pit trap and opened everything in our way. We knocked a wall down with your face and decided, now might be a good time to put something in this empty chest in case they come back.
That's just how a psychopathic wizard would think.
Well, as my mother once said, fool me once, shame on... I can't remember what my mother said. I think we should check it anyway.
My mother said, always let the thief go first.
It is the
Alright.
logic of you fleshy ones to do such things.
All right, so
You know, insanity is doing the same thing multiple times and expecting a different result.
Rosori
I thought
makes
that
a-
was just persistence.
Just get in there, thief.
I'm going to go just walking down the side of the hallway looking for traps, like, and stop every 10 feet and search the floor in front of me for traps like I did last time, and marking it off.
Okay.
No, chat. I am a warforged. I am a mighty non-human thing.
I hate to-
kind of like a golem, except cooler and more robot.
I hate to do this thing where I'm basically crawling on the floor inspecting for traps, but there are so many traps in this goddamn hallway I got to.
Yeah, I think the final count last time was 8, 9.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Just
Yeah.
have
Oh
at
my-
it.
Oh, wait, do we still have that note that we translated last time?
It's written on the ground, but I will, because you requested, I will reveal the note for you. It technically is written-
By the way, I literally am commando crawling on the ground, so if there's a pit that drops out from underneath me, I'm going to be laying on the ground.
All right. Let me just go ahead and
Excellent.
make sure that you get this thing visible for you all. At the end of the hallway, you should now see a thing called Message in Runes. If you click on it, it will actually show the message as a little aside. So there's your present.
Welcome to die? What the hell?
No, at the end of the hallway.
Okay, we've already made the welcome to die joke like twice. Can we call it dead now, please?
All right.
Okay.
If you insist.
All right.
I thought it was
If you're checking for traps, I'm going to require perception checks from you, Rizore.
Oh, we're on it. Hang on. I'm sorry, the chat room is fucking pissing me off right now.
You know, we could tie a rope around the halfling's waist.
Nobody's tying a rope around nothing.
I was just saying, you know, we could pull it taut, so if you start to fall into a pit trap, we could catch you. You'd only get partially impaled.
Do I go to where you work and tell you how to sweep up? No.
I sweep up with the blood of my foes!
You do not see anything in the immediate area around you.
Dum dum. Dum 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 dum.
Still nothing.
Well, I move in after him if that's all right. I'm getting tired of standing here. How do I move forward? By
You're
the
still
way?
not aware of anything
Just,
around
on
you
your
immediately.
thing
Follow
and,
slowly behind
and
as
drag
well.
it. Either right click drag or full click drag. Can't remember. Yep.
Crawling.
Right click drag.
We should probably retrace his footsteps. Crawl steps.
Crawl steps. As we all
Recrawl.
crawl behind him.
We should recrawl
Okay.
his knee steps.
Oh, that's
Um,
not good.
You don't notice anything in the immediate area around you?
Thief, go to the chest and open it.
No.
Yeah,
Since I'm confused as to why everybody's belly crawling on the floor, I'm going to walk forward, and as I do, I'm gonna smash my hammer in front of me and see if it. does
You are
anything.
honestly confused as to why I am checking the floor for traps.
He's never been here before.
when there were obviously pit traps in the hallway yesterday.
Pardon me, sir, but I was not here last time.
He wasn't here last time.
Character.
He's a different
It's a
character.
new character.
Right,
That's
yeah.
true. We got rid of that useless cowardly.
Spinning.
And you don't think so? You just start walking forward ahead of me and smashing the floor with your
Yeah,
hammer
but-
instead
No,
of
not
casting.
ahead of you. I'm back here.
No. Now, Spinning.
Christ.
Roll your perception. Okay. You realize not only is there a trap nearby, you're actually standing on the trap right now.
Oh.
I'm not standing at all. I'm laying on it.
Well, you're on the trap currently right now.
Okay. What kind of trap is it?
It is a pit trap. Let's see here. Basically, you're laying on a pit trap of some sort. But you notice unusually that stepping on it initially does not trigger the trap itself. So the
Okay.
trap has not been sprung yet, but you are currently on the trap itself.
See, I bet you're wishing we brought that rope now.
Could someone grab my ankle, please?
Where are you on that?
I'm willing to grab his ankle.
Who's closest?
Now I'm going to. Now that you have a firm grip on my ankle, I want you to hold on tightly as I crawl backwards.
Turn backwards and nothing happens.
I will now seek to disarm this trap.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna nudge the thief and say, "You sure about that rope?"
Quite sure.
All right,
You're right back getting Pop-Tarts.
go ahead and roll your thievery check. Okay, when you do your thievery check, you are able to manipulate the mechanism for the pit, and it springs open with you adjacent to it, and no one is harmed by it. And
I may not actually either it was set off to go off behind me and catch you guys following, or I wasn't heavy enough to trigger it. I don't know.
There we go. So there we are. Now it's visible. All right.
Checking here now. I hate doing this. I hate being this paranoid, but
Yeah, I'll follow
Oh.
behind the.
All right. Wait. People moving. Okay. Few things.
Ready to grab him if he needs it.
All right. So right now, just to indicate, you once again determine that you're actually laying on a trap again.
crawling backwards.
Right click and drag, Nella.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. All right.
That's
There you go. But there's a trap
Yes.
immediately in that space as well. And just to indicate from last time, the fresco that I mentioned before about that door is right here on the other side of that trap.
Oh, right.
Okay.
We'll need to spring that trap if the design of this place holds true. But then again, nothing else about this place holds true except the line on the floor, so why should that be safe this time?
El Razore attempts to fuddle with the trap mechanics, but for some reason doesn't quite allow it to trigger this time. You're aware of where it is, though, and for the purposes of where you all are, you can at least know where it is.
All right, I mark it off again. Do not step there. Looking at the idiot with the hammer specifically. You, no step.
All right,
Pain.
do you still want to attempt to hit it with the hammer?
Pardon me, thief, but I am no idiot. I am not going to hit this with my hammer. In fact, I'm going to avoid this chalky outline because death is not something I'm very fond of.
All right.
We'll go here.
I'll continue to stay one pace behind the thief, grabby hands at the ready.
Actually, you said there was a door. Is there still a hole here, or was that repaired?
No, like basically where you see the hole, the little black square. That's where the hole is right now because you actually caused the trap to trigger safely.
No. You said there was a door in the wall.
He
Yeah.
means the torture door.
That door.
We broke that down.
Right.
It's repaired as if nothing had happened to it.
And there's an unsprung trap blocking access to it now.
It's not blocking access to it.
Well,
No, I wouldn't want to. I don't want to touch that door that we smashed before until we can spring that trap because I
Exactly.
don't know what's down there.
I could spring the trap for you.
go ahead.
All right.
All right, I smack my hammer in the square right in front of me at the floor.
Do an athletics check then.
Athletics? All right. Whoa, I got a nice athletics check for you.
I got your athletics check right here.
Right here, buddy.
Right
on.
here.
All right, fantastic. All right, so striking at the pit with an amazing amount of finesse, Mineo is actually able to cause the trap to spring open as just as easily as the dexterous thief was able to. So now the pit is
Hammer.
visible. However, the door is still on the other side of it. So
That's less than useful.
Oh well, no big loss. There was another door, remember?
Well,
We
can
could
always-
break the wall down if we want to do that.
We can rappel down if we need to.
well, the pit
It's like a 5-foot deep pit. Isn't it?
Come on! I've got a huge hammer. We can just
Okay.
break the wall down. Who cares?
All right.
Yeah.
There was another door near the
last time I just punched it down.
Corridor.
Yeah, as I recall, there was an archway at the end of the corridor last time.
Indeed, there is.
Yeah, we didn't go that way because we didn't trust the door.
Because it was glowy.
Yes. I'll just for the sake of things, I'm going to draw where that archway is right now, since you are mentioning it. but it is at the end of the hallway, as you all declared. All right. And there, you should see like the little yellowish line towards the end of the hallway.
Yep, that's yellow.
Yep, that's where the archway is. Just to let you know.
Excellent.
And of course, the other thing that you will see at the end of the hallway is that nice, friendly face, that little face of a monster inlaid against the wall with the big open mouth.
No change from last time?
No change from last time.
I'll continue to recommend that we avoid that.
Your recommendation is noted. Continue.
My mysterious arcane training tells me don't stick things in the demon mouth. Thief, after you.
Okay, you keep calling me thief, and me and you are going to go round and round.
Rogue? Shorty?
Fleshy thing that is smaller than me.
Buddy? Pal?
Okay, I'm going to stop talking to you all right now.
Kiddo.
You don't notice anything immediately around you?
That's neat.
You don't notice anything immediately in the area around you.
I think somebody's going to fall behind me in a minute.
Clearly
One
offended,
second.
I'm hanging back for a minute.
1 second.
I'll go here. Just follow.
Wow, the chat room is really trying to taunt the kickbait
Oh,
right
shoot.
now, and so
1 second. I need a. Okay, natural 20 against your reflex.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I hit anyway.
Yeah.
Jade Eyes, my Mechakara voice is not a voice changer. It's post-production work in Cool Edit 2000.
So the pit opens behind you after you go across it. You will drop into the pit and take what is it?
Hey.
2d10 plus 1. So you take 16 damage. You have 5 ongoing poison damage, and you're currently prone at the base of the pit. 10 feet deep.
Do you need
Really?
a hand? I've
Really?
got a rope.
You're laughing at me over this.
I don't like you, remember?
All right.
I'll walk to the edge of the pit and toss the rope down to...
It's 10 feet deep. I get up.
Okay. You get up.
Can
and
you
you're,
jump 10 feet?
Most people can't climb 10 feet of sheer rock trap.
anyways, you
Or-
you,
or
sta-
you're
you
a
stand
light
up.
or amazing.
You stand up. Are you just going to climb up out of the pit? And
I'm gonna see if. Hang on,
Need
I
a
gotta.
hand?
Guys, everyone, shut up.
Yeah.
I'm going to assess it. I'm going to assess the situation, see if I'm okay, and see if there's anything down here that's dangerous that's going to attack me.
Nope.
All right,
you're-
fine.
Other than the ongoing, other than the poison damage you're currently taking, something too unusual at the base of the pit. The spikes are spaced wide enough you can actually walk around them without too much trouble.
Okay.
So just need to do a brief athletics check to get out of the pit, which shouldn't be too hard.
Scorch will still offer him a hand, just in case he wants it.
Okay, I'm taking that into account.
Hang on.
A rope was offered.
Want some rope?
He
Of course
definitely
you do.
brings up the pit, and well, the pit is visible to everyone now, of course. It's been sprung.
Careful there. That's a pit.
Can anyone help me out, please?
I'm.
I show them my throbbing infected wound.
I can't help you with that. You're on your own, kid.
The thief has contracted MRSA. This is not good.
Oh. And
I can
you without my
actually throw you a
antibiotics.
power that has a saving throw with it. Give me a second.
I
El
would appreciate-
Razore has contracted dysentery.
I
You'll
knew
never
we
make-
should have afforded that pit trap.
You'll never make it to Oregon at this rate.
Where the fuck is it?
It's an attack power. It's not going to help me, so I will just continue taking poison damage and saving.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
I take 10 more damage.
All right.
Would it help if I let him wear my amulet of health that has the poison resistance? Would that help him make his save?
That would help. That would probably negate the damage taken from it.
I'm not sure how we, in game, figure out when he stopped taking poison without metagaming it, though.
Well,
Actually, I do have an amulet of health of my own. I just realized that.
okay.
Oh, okay.
So I take 8 less damage, but I still take 20 in total.
Okay. So
That's fine. Okay.
now at this point, I will note that you don't need to be trained in perception to notice these traps, guys. Just need to be observant.
Since I'm following closely behind, what would our El Resor like to be called?
I think you got a pretty good handle on it just there.
I think it'd prefer to be called by his name.
Yeah. Not
I'll
halfling, not thief, not stunty, not flesh bag. My name would be good.
I'll follow behind the El Resor.
I follow behind. Hey, you.
All right. You continue to make progress.
And I will try to watch the floor where he walks to see if I see him stepping into any pit traps before they open.
You do not see anything in the immediate area around you.
Oh, God.
Still nothing.
What is that?
Moving very
What is this?
slowly and then screaming.
What's that?
What's the
What
stony
is
area?
this?
What's the
That's
stony area?
That's just the runes that have the message from last time. If you click on it, you can actually see message in runes.
What? What is this?
All right.
Runes? Hope this is not Asarak's runes.
That's just awful. So where are you moving, El Rosario?
We didn't. There weren't any traps here.
There weren't any traps in the immediate area around where you were. However,
All right.
Have the traps
You should
changed
rewind for a
locations?
moment.
what?
Have the traps changed location since we were last here?
Yes.
All right. Perception there.
Just from memory, that's definitely not where they were before.
All right. You don't notice anything in the immediate area around you, El Rosario? Does 24 hit your reflex?
No.
All right. So what happens here? You slip to the side, and the that. Oh shoot! Let me change that to background so I actually select the appropriate object. Change to object, and the pit that you just went across springs open, and there's your fun little trap time. Right there.
I'm officially annoyed.
All right.
You know, we could just go back and tell him that the place collapsed and there's no way he can
All right.
build here.
All right. So
we could just collapse the entrance.
At this point, you're towards the end of the hallway. So now that you're a little bit closer, you see first of all the Devourer, which is essentially this little thing here at the end of the hall. This is the mouth of a great giant green devil with and the devil's gaze is impenetrably dead in nature, and the mouth seems to lead to nowhere. It's just very, very dark. Over here, though, where the yellow marking is the archway. And again, you see a stone archway set in the wall. It's completely obscured with a swirling white mist, however. And
I'd like to... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
go ahead.
I was just going to say that I'd like to make an Arcana check to examine the archway, but I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, go ahead.
Plus 9.
Okay. You're aware that there is some powerful magic here, but you still can't quite ascertain what the effect of the magic placed on this passageway is.
I'd like to do a religion check to see if it's religious in nature.
You may.
I'll relay that information and continue examining it.
26.
You're able to determine that this is not religious in nature at all. However, one thing that you do realize is that the magic that is being viewed on here involves something with the stones that are placed around the archway, which are glowing in color. There are, in fact, you notice that there's stones placed around it, and there seems to be some sort of special power in nature to it, but you can't quite tell what it is from the distance that you are from the door.
I will. All right, I'm gonna move closer. I'm intrigued.
As soon as you step within a square of the doorway, you see 3 stones begin to glow on it. At the lower left, a bright yellow stone glows. At the top, you see a blue stone, and at the lower right-hand side, an orange stone begins to glow.
It's in a triangle pattern?
Essentially a triangle pattern, correct.
Damn. Can I do an Arcana check to see if I recognize this?
Sure, you may go ahead.
Yeah, can I make another one as well to see if this new visible thing triggers any memory?
Yeah, I'm sure that 12's gonna help.
I sit down.
All right. So the Hexblade examines it and determines that safely working the arch involves touching these glowing stones in a particular pattern. However, the actual pattern itself is unknown.
You know, I've got a big hammer. We could just smash it.
Wait, what are the colors?
Yellow, blue, and orange.
Yellow,
I'm with the smashing
blue,
idea.
and orange. I take a look at the runes on the ground, and then take a look at the gateway again.
You do realize you're taking a hammer to an ancient stone temple that you are currently inside.
That sounds like a great idea. Why aren't we doing it right now?
Okay.
Shun green.
I am seriously this close to just quitting.
Color. Shades of red.
Because these guys are fucking suicidal.
Yeah, I'll
where's your sense
definitely
of
try to
adventure?
keep the priest and his hammer away from the archway while I ponder the colors and the riddle.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go
that's reminded. Yeah, let's get the riddle out.
Yeah.
Remember what the runes said. Shun green if you can, but night's good color is for those of great valor. If shades of red stand for blood, the wise will not need sacrifice aught but a loop of magical metal. I have no idea what the fuck that means.
Someone who has a thinking brain, figure that one out.
Okay, it mentions 2 colors
What is
specifically.
night's good color? It can't mean black.
Okay, they mentioned. Did they say red, green, and
color-
they were vague about the third color? What do we see those colors specifically anywhere around here, like red,
Says
green?
specifically
The
shun
only,
green.
the only red that you see is the mosaic on the ground underneath you. The archway's main colors are, once again, yellow at the lower left, blue at the top, and orange at the lower right.
Can I see the text again, like in full, like the actual
Yeah,
text of it?
if you click on the brown there, do you see the brown there? Just click on it.
Oh, spiffy. Shun green if you can, night's good color. Night's good color is for those of great valor. If shades of red stand for blood, the wise will not need sacrifice. Aught but a loop of magical metal. Move all along your march.
Night's good color.
The hell is night's good color?
Would that be purple or
Blue.
black?
It could be that we have to combine 2 of these colors to produce the correct color. But then the question would be, what color is Knight's good color?
Well, the only colors we can combine using that are green, brown, and an uglier brown.
Avoid green, because it says shun green if you can.
Well, orange and blue would make a purple.
Well, if it's
Makes
saying
it gray,
that,
actually.
if
Oh.
you shun green,
I'm
perhaps
colorblind.
it means
apparently.
that blue and yellow should not be touching in the pattern.
If shades of red stand for blood, the wise will not need sacrifice. The wise will not need sacrifice. Absolutely.
Well, I'm gonna step away from the door and make sure I don't do anything stupid with it.
If only I could cast a spell of Google.
I summon the forces of Wikipedia.
The Iron Men of Visage Grim do more than meets the viewer's eye.
All right.
More
Like,
than
now
meets.
you're so-
Oh my god.
I'm going to ask that either Maneo or what is the Hexblade's name?
Scorch Maw.
Yes, Scorchmaw. Either one of you roll another Arcana check for me, please.
12 again.
56.
All right. So your Dragonborn determines through assumption that touching the colored runes will not cause anything bad to happen immediately. So they should be at least safe to touch to see what happens.
I'll try touching the. I'll try touching the blue and orange.
Okay. As you touch each of them, they glow slightly brighter.
And what was the last colored one?
The
Yellow.
last one is yellow. Nothing happens to the gate or anything else.
Nothing happens. It still is a swirling mist. Nothing else seems to be affected as you touch the blue and orange stones.
If I touch them again, do they return to their previous glow, like
No.
buttons?
No, they do not.
Awesome.
Hit the yellow and see what happens.
I'm gonna step back.
I'll sort of step back a little and poke at the yellow.
As soon as he touches the yellow, all three glow for a brief moment before dipping back to their original level of glowing,
Aha.
and the mist remains as if nothing happened.
Okay,
So
so nothing's.
it's-
So that combination's not it.
It's not combining them to form a color. It's combinations like a lock.
Alright, well, I don't think we should continue doing this by trial and error, since I don't think this will make a very good lock if all you had to do was test 3 combinations, so...
Well, I'm still saying avoid. Do it in the order of yellow, blue, because I still think I kind of think the color combination thing. There's some merit to it.
Well, are you saying you think we should do yellow then blue?
No, I say we don't do that because again, shun
Okay.
green if you can.
Well, all right. Then I'll hit yellow, then orange, then blue.
As you hit each of them, the colors glow brighter for a moment before dimming back to their original levels, and nothing else changes.
Orange, yellow, blue.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The same thing happens. Same thing happens. No change.
Now, when he did it the first time, you said you
Somebody
just
else
touched,
turn.
like, blue and orange at the same time, right? Is he able to, like, did both colors light up at the exact same time?
I'm assuming that they were not touched at the same time, and since he said blue then
I
orange,
wasn't-
I assumed that he pressed them
Yeah.
in order blue then
I was
orange.
Alright.
pressing them in succession.
I wonder, because the one line that strikes out to me is the loop of magic metal. I wonder if it's not a pattern, but if we all have to have them touched at the same time.
No, we're completely misinterpreting this. We don't even know that this applies to this archway. What we're looking at. Green's not even a factor in this archway. There is
But
no
two
green.
It's along the way will be found. Now that's fortuitous fall or torturous fall.
It is it's fortuitous fall. It is fortuitous fall.
As in good thing.
2 pits along the way will be found to lead to a fortuitous fall. These keys and those.
I
These
think at this
keys
point the
and
half-orc is trying
those?
not to fall asleep.
Yes, yellow and chat room yellow and blue make green, and that means absolutely nothing in relation to this riddle. If you are mixing paint, yes.
I'm going back towards the nearest pit. That's the nearest pit is the one where the halfling fell, right?
I'm going to poke yellow, blue, and then orange, just for the hell of it.
As you press those three colors, the mist dissipates, and then you see the... Basically, let me just draw this out real quick, and then I have to draw something else out in a moment. But as you press those three colors in that specific sequence, what happens then is the mist dissipates, and then you see the passageway clears out. You see a smooth-walled stone chamber, and the mosaic path ends at the far wall. So let me finish drawing that mosaic path real quick for you. So the mosaic path just kind of extends this way and ends at the wall.
I'll follow the mosaic... Actually, wait, no. I'll ask if El Razor can investigate, but I'd like to look at the wall afterwards where the path ends.
Hang on, I need to see this thing again.
But only after our skilled Razor.
I need to do something real quick while you guys are working here.
Good, because I need to go mix some paint of my own. I'll be right back.
I don't
There's
even know
an
what
image.
that means.
It's probably better that way. Let me just say that riddle solving really takes it out of you.
Yeah, he's mixing brown paint and water.
Oh,
El Razore. You were in that pit. Did you look around and see anything of interest?
Well, there was this delightfully long spear of metal that was sticking up through my thigh.
Yes, that was very amusing. But I was referring more to keys or something of that nature.
No, I didn't happen to see any of those in my journeys down there. No, I was a bit preoccupied, I admit.
I'm going to go back to the second pit along the way and see
Okay.
if I can... And I have a torch, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to just poke the torch down into the pit to see if I can spot anything inside of it.
Okay. The pit specifically there. Yeah. As you look inside the pit, you see, spikes at the bottom of it.
Can't see anything else inside of it?
Nothing of particular note. No. Whoa. Didn't want to do that.
oh
Alright,
yeah.
I'm gonna proceed to the first pit we came across and try to do the same thing.
What are you doing?
It mentions fortuitous fall, which makes me think that there, especially this one part here. So check the wall. These keys and those are most important of all. These keys,
Mm-hmm.
implying that there is
about
something
that
else here
last
we're
time.
not getting.
Checking the wall, I believe, refers to the hidden passageway disguised in the torture chamber.
Indeed,
Mosaic.
but it says fortuitous fall, as
Indeed.
in fall into the pit.
I'm not sure I'd consider that fortunate myself.
Okay. Well,
I don't see nothing. I go in.
let's see. Let me take a look. Okay. As you pass through the archway, El Razore, to everyone else, you disappear immediately as you pass through the archway. And I'm swiping you away. Where are
I'm
you?
going to go in after him.
Oh, wait, hang on. After he walks through, do I detect anything with my arcane senses?
Nope. You just
Go in
detected.
For all you know, I just got disintegrated.
And
Oh well.
okay. So let's see.
I'm going in too.
Fuck it.
Okay. All right. So
I'm
here-
sorry, I have
so-
bad
so-
memories of being abandoned by my teammates.
All right,
Yeah,
right. So,
No
so,
one
so
gets left
now,
behind.
just to clarify, Pace, El Razore, and Maneo, as they went through the archway, they teleport away somewhere else. As Scourgemoth passes through the archway, he gets teleported back to the beginning of the hallway.
Motherfuck!
And I'm just standing there going, what just happened?
Hello,
Indeed.
Scorchmaw. Fancy seeing you back there.
I'm back here!
Oh, great.
That was to Bell.
And stop wasting our time and come in here.
Well, that was certainly a thing that happened.
Okay. Now this will be kind of split up responsibilities and have to kind of deal with a few other little tactics, but
Oh, good!
yes, indeed. All right, so I have a little icon here that's to indicate to you guys something that's in the room. Those of you that are separated off, you want to know where? For those of you that got teleported away, just look to the left of the hallway. And you'll see where you're all kind of bunched into a small little room. I didn't split the party, for those of you in the chat are wondering. The party split itself at this point.
Fuck you!
I see. I see what you're saying there.
All right. So, at this point, the people who are still in the mosaic hallway, do you do anything at the moment?
I'm
headed
still
back
examining
for
that
the,
pit, trying to see if there's any side of this one.
I'm
I
headed back
regroup
for
with-
the arch.
I regroup with Lakara's character and all. Well, now you're back over here, so I would just regroup at this point.
Well, that's Scorchmaw. He's right there. I want to finish examining this because I'm still on the riddle.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
returning to
examine it faster. We just lost half our party.
Yeah, Scorchmaw is alarmed, and he immediately returns to the archway to see what,
It's
if
good to
anything,
see
has changed.
Nustro's so broken up that half the party just vanished.
He's a Warforged. What do you expect?
Fucking unfeeling robots.
They're all about the emotions.
Oh no, we lost the halfling. How dreadful. Let's move on.
All right.
I'll send him a card. I'll send his widow a card.
But yeah, has anything changed in the archway, or
Since you've gone through it, nothing else has changed. It's still clear. You still see the little stone room on the other side of it.
okay?
And I'm assuming since you didn't say anything, I didn't see anything in that pit. Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
attempt
nothing-
to try walking through again on the red line.
As you walk through the red line, you disappear.
I
Interesting.
forgot to do that before.
I've got a bad feeling about this. Well, what do we do?
After you.
After you.
Very well. I step on the red line and step through.
You teleport away.
The whole gang's back.
I mean, I know you guys teleport to another room, but God, I don't want to step through.
It's like they. All you know is that they've disappeared. They do.
Exactly.
The only time
Exactly.
someone reappeared in the hallway was Scorchmaw that one time.
Motherfuck!
Oh, look, we found the halfling. How exciting.
Oh well, you know what? I got a wisdom of 10. I step on the red line.
Okay. As you step on there, you teleport away, and the entire party is whisked away into a small little room. All right. Now, all 6 of you, fortunately, ended up in the same location. So,
and we all
Actually-
die.
all right. So, aside from the rubble on the floor, and there's a little pathway that extends out to the south. I'm just going to get my line tool out here real quick to demonstrate where it goes. There's a 5-foot wide crawl space that. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Undo drawing. I need to make sure to make this stuff snap to the grid just to make my sanity. So you see a crawl space that extends from it. And just to clarify, at this point, the room that you are in is completely dark. There's no illumination of any sort.
That's not true. I've got my everlasting torch.
Then you have illumination. All right.
I've
so
got
you see-
dark vision.
all right. So you see in this room a small crawl space in the southeast. And then also at the other end of the wall, you see an 8-foot tall statue of a 4-armed gargoyle. One of its arms has been broken off, and it rests on the floor at its feet.
I've heard about gargoyles.
All right.
It's not to say cut in half, is it?
We've fought gargoyles.
Guys,
They smash good.
Yeah. El Risore.
I'm scared.
All right.
I'll hold you.
Hold
Right.
me.
Does anyone care to investigate?
I will do a religion check on the gargoyle and see if I can notice anything nifty
All right.
about him being old,
I'll-
religious, and like
Do an Arcana check, I guess.
Okay, go ahead.
What the
25
hell?
for religion.
All right. And All right.
Boom!
all right. So, unfortunately, Maneo isn't able to ascertain something quite well, except you notice in your examination of the statue, Maneo, that each of the statue's 3 intact hands are carved with an indentation, as if an object is meant to be placed there. The 4th has no such a marking. Scorchmaw, however, is able to determine that both the statue and its broken arm are imbued with powerful magic. There's something that connects them.
That connects the statue to its broken arm.
Yes, there's magic that has them connected in some form through magic, but not in any sort of physical form naturally.
Where exactly? What is the position of its broken arm?
It's laying on the ground right in front of the statue.
Okay, just randomly dropped there on the floor.
It's basically as if it's been severed off from the statue and just fallen to the ground.
This has the thing to do with the circle of metal, but we don't have anything like that. Especially if it means rings, we don't have any kind of rings.
Severed
I was
completely?
trying to find it, but apparently no.
Okay. For those that are right next to the statue, which are neutral and we'll say Bree in this case. Go ahead and make perception checks for me, please.
Okay. Perceptions. That's 1d20 plus 4.
Yeah, in your case.
1d20 plus 4.
Wait, am I making one as well?
Yeah, you may
Michael's?
make one as well.
All right, hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, goody, 6. I'm getting my hat.
I'm 1d20 plus 6 myself.
Yeah.
All right, let's. Oh, great! Fantastic.
You don't notice anything too unusual outside of what the others have already seen.
So can I see if the arm was, say, severed cleanly, or if it was like broken off as if it was an act of vandalism?
That would be a perception check.
Oh,
I can't wear my hat and my headset at the same time.
You can't wear the head over the headset?
No, the headset's too big.
No!
Nella.
Damn it, Linkara, Lewis! I need your hat. Things are gonna happen. I need your hat so I can roll high and kick ass.
I
Well,
hate it.
Trembling hands and
A
what
who
will...
scarf isn't enough.
If you find the false, you find the true.
Well, I'm not sure we're going to learn anything by standing around here. I
Yeah.
suggest we try to find our way back if at all possible.
I should mention that the statue is apparently very magic.
Quick question. The statue's face. What's the expression on it?
It has a menacing gaze upon it, but all the investigations so far into its magic do not imply that it has any intent to do harm. It's merely menacing by design, but not by purpose.
Well, the thing is, guys, I'm looking back at the poem. The Iron Men of Visage Grim do more than meet the viewer's eye. You
What's
blessed
the
and left.
gargoyle made out of?
It's made out of stone.
Yeah. So, thankfully, this gargoyle probably doesn't do more than meet the eye. It's probably not something in disguise.
It's probably just a magic gargoyle that's going to come to life and try to kill us.
I know.
Just a
I
lark.
say we just get away from it.
that's
and
what
see
happens.
Tis but a lump of rock.
Just as a side note, I'm going to have your thief do a perception check while he's passing by. Actually, anyone who passes by the statue might do perception checks anyways. So,
Well, we're all going to have to do them eventually.
right, exactly, as you work through the crawl space. Because you're getting on your hands and knees to get into this crawl space anyways.
El Razor has a nice ass. I, too, can make perception checks.
Spoonie got a 22 on his perception check.
He doesn't know anything unusual.
Oh,
I work out.
Alright, well,
I got a 7.
I'm noticing something right now.
aw, yeah.
All right. Again, as you,
Do we
I
all have to
follow.
roll? I'm like waiting for
Oh, Razor.
because as you get down to crawl into the crawl space itself, you are going to have to make perception checks as you crawl in.
So we might as well get it over
Alright,
with.
so you move in. I'm
Yeah.
coming after you, and let me roll.
El
Alright.
Razor, do you need a torch at all?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'll
And
go in
perception
last
I'm
because I'm
rolling?
presuming I'm kind of huge.
The crawl space is wide enough for you to make your way through. So
19.
Oh wow, people just gang raped that fucking doorway.
I remember himself.
I was like, well, I'll just get in line here. Boof, boof, boof. Oh, never mind then. All right, I guess I'll go in last.
Alright, come on, guys. Let's keep moving. It's a very.
Squeeze on in, everybody.
I'm gonna keep an eye on that gargoyle while they're moving.
Are you brave? Brave enough to snuggle up right behind me in a crowded tunnel?
Oh God.
these jokes are getting pretty insufferable.
We need new jokes, people.
Yes, you do.
We'll review more
gotta-
stuff.
I got a 30 then for perception when I'm going past that.
All right, the seeker, while getting on his hands and knees, notices that the rubble and debris surrounding the statue contains traces of diamond dust.
Mr.
Oh, hi.
I'm gonna
That's
try-
neat.
I'm going to kind of like poke the back of the Warforged and be like, move faster.
I would. Except
Pass
everyone else
it
in front of
along.
me is much slower.
We're all stuck behind
Pass it
Razor.
along.
I'm waiting for Sketch to finish drawing the thing.
I have to, this is a really long hallway. This is one of the hardest things to draw because I have to make indirect measurements. So
Fucking
I'm
check yourself.
Covering my mouth, by the way, just in case.
Bell shoves Mineo in the backside and goes, "Come on, keep moving." Just passing down the line. No, the asshole who did that's gonna get it when we get out of this thing.
Was that cabbage?
I think that was Chili Dog.
You see what happens when we don't use the jokes that we keep saying over and over again? That's
Alright,
what
now-
we refer to.
now at this point,
This is why you should always eat
At this
roughage.
point, now basically, you guys are fantastic. You guys are just fantastic. All right, so as you crawl through the space, you notice that there's this wall in your way. However, with a brief, even just a minor bit of investigation, you immediately realize that it's a false wall. You can easily just push at
Shove
it,
it.
and it slips open, and then you all stumble into yet another
I
hallway.
stumble.
How'd you stumble in before us, you asshole?
Ow!
How do you stumble in past four people?
Son of a
That
bitch!
was my spleen.
Each one
They're
at a
made
time.
of iron.
I figured we all just like fall in a pile. Gangway, superior being.
All right. So this is going to be a little bit tricky to describe, but I'm just going to draw two little lines here. This is just a very elaborate thing to draw, so it's like, all right. Now, at this point, we got something that's kind of tough to describe. You see this large hallway, and let's see, is it limited at all? I don't think even it's. We're going to assume that. Yeah. Okay. In here, you see this hallway that's very similar to the tomb's entrance. You have inlaid tiles. It's covered in frescoes, and specifically, you see strange glyphs, symbols, and faces are set within two ranks of humanoid and monstrous figures standing along both walls. Each figure holds a colored sphere. A mist-filled archway opens up at the south end of the hall. And I'm just going to drop in little information tokens just to indicate where these various statues are. Because there's a lot of them, and as you stumbled into the hallway, you stumbled past one of these right away. So, for example, the statue you stumbled past is not a nag; it's a naga that is holding a gold sphere above his head. The sphere, and basically, what you noticed is this was covering up the crawl space, but is in and of itself an illusion. But there are several statues placed along the hallway, so I'm just going to drop several of these down while you're all free to begin to investigate.
Are they of the same kind of? Are they all Nagas with the same?
No, they're all various creatures, and they all are holding spheres of various colors.
All right. The first thing I want to do, would I be able to roll a heal check on myself to see if anything's changed in my breathing? If there's anything.
Yes, you may go ahead and do so.
All right, 17.
No, nothing's changed in your breathing, and you don't feel like there was anything unusual about anything that you've inhaled.
Okay.
Actually, just to make things a little bit easier, I'm going to label these off not by the creature, but by the color that they're holding. But if you want more detail, you may feel free to ask and investigate if you wish.
Well, I mean, I'd like to know what creature they are, because I'm
Then
hoping
you just-
they're not
then-
all snake men, because I'm no Naga lover.
Well, again, for example, the orange statue, the orange sphere is held by a mummy. Okay. So, see here.
Permission to make of this what you wish. You'll be mine in the end, no matter what. Go back to the tormentor or through the arch.
I have to just go through here and just drop all of these little markers because there are a lot of them.
All right,
Guys,
dropping. Yeah.
guys, rereading the poem. Whenever this is what it's talking about. Go through the arch in the second great hall you'll discover. Shun green if you can, but night's good colors for those of great valor. If shades of red stand for blood, the wise will not need sacrifice aught but a loop of magical metal. You're well along your march.
Chat room, my patience with you is reaching its end rapidly. If you continue to make sexist and perverted jokes, I will ban you.
Great.
And we will cheer.
Let's see here.
Knight's good color.
Again, I apologize. I have to kind of add these in manually, but unfortunately, it's just...
Probably implies a fight, since it's for the... where is it? Yeah, okay, if Knight's good color is for those of great valor, we'll likely find something to fight there. So, shades of red would
I do see a
suggest-
scarlet down there.
Orange, purple, bronze, gray,
And I have to do the other side of the hallway.
Scarlet.
So
bright blue, white,
Let's head for the scarlet.
scarlet, pale
and,
green.
And let's...
because I have to add ones on the other side of the hallway now.
Oh, okay,
Pale
we'll
blue.
wait then.
Yeah,
I was
that's
going to head down there to try and get to grips with Scarlet and take a closer look at it, but...
Skitch, what are those green things on the wall again?
they appear to be doors.
Are they green to us?
No, they're just markers indicating that those are where there's door-like figures, essentially.
Okay.
Oh, god damn it.
At least.
Silver, pale blue, green.
Sorry.
White, turquoise, scarlet, pale green.
You okay?
Yeah, just... I just need to take a break for a minute. I'm
Oh, is your back acting
late on
up?
pain medication.
Hmm.
I'll be
Right.
back in just a moment.
Go ahead. That's fine.
Take your time.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
still
yeah.
laying out there.
Green,
I'm still
yellow.
Yeah, this is so...
The thing that worries me is that it says shun green if you can, meaning that we may have to pick green out
And
of
if
out
we
of
can't,
like, I don't know, like the wall is going to come flying down on us or something, and we have to pick something real quick.
Well, worst comes to worst, at least that would be something that was happening.
Pink, black. Okay, that's our black of night.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Night's good
No worries,
colors for those of great valor. Yellow, brown, pale violet, red.
So we have red and scarlet diagonal to each other.
The wise will not need sacrifice, aught but a loop of magical metal.
And there's
Okay.
black.
All right. So those are all the statues.
Question.
Yes.
Are these meant to be equidistant from each other, and that's
No,
just a
not-
failure on the map, or is there supposed to be a space between black and pink?
There's spaces between all the statues, but that
Oh,
one
right,
there is
but-
that one there's just because the grid just kind of threw it off.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure if that was supposed to be real or representational.
Yeah.
Okay, this thing mentions 3 colors specifically: green, presumably black, and shades of red.
Right.
Mhm.
We have pink, scarlet, and red towards the back.
And those stand for
Void.
blood. The wise will. If shades of red stand for blood, the wise will not need sacrifice, aught but a loop of magical metal.
Let's head down to investigate and hug the right wall so we can avoid that green and the area around that green sphere.
I concur.
We have concurrence. That's the wrong wall.
Oh, you said the right wall.
From the perspective of our characters looking
Oh,
south.
right.
Right. Okay.
Superior being.
All right. Pause. Hold group for a moment. Okay. So as you walk up alongside that marking of the door on the wall there, Neutro,
Uh-huh.
does 24 hit your reflex?
Reflex.
Oh dear.
That's it. Yes, it does.
All right. So
This is a gagoosh moment, isn't it?
all right, you are hit for 9 damage, and you have 5 ongoing damage as spears launch out from the wall and pierce through you.
Oh.
Ow. Ah.
And afterwards, the spears disappear into mist.
I'm tempted
Well,
to punch this wall now. This door.
Well, if you try to punch the door, you realize that it's merely an illusion. There's no door there to speak of at all.
I know. I'm just tempted.
After seeing that happen,
What?
I'm going to remain where I am, behind where he was attacked, and inspect the area that those spears came from with Arcana.
Go ahead.
I'm going to move past it.
Quit moving forward, you.
Yeah, maybe come back to us.
Yeah, superior being, get your ass back over here.
All right. You want to? Here's the part Here's the part you're waiting for. Okay. You know, it's two things. All you can tell is that there is a trap here that's magically oriented, but
There's a magically oriented trap here, guys.
you can disable it temporarily. Unfortunately, it's been sprung, so it doesn't matter at this point.
So it's not going to have another go at us.
No.
It's not one of those magic traps that resets and does it again.
All you know is that it's not going to immediately respond within the next few minutes or so, at least. But you can't.
Okay, my character goes. Oh, where would I stand to avoid it at this point? Like, where was the range of it?
Well, it triggered as Neutro walked alongside it, immediately adjacent to it.
Yeah, I was going
Can
to...
I make a saving throw?
You may make a saving throw.
Okay, that's 1d20.
Yeah, just 1d20 plus any bonuses you might have for your saving throw. So,
Quick look to
What do I
see
have for my saving throw?
It occurs to me.
What bonuses you have.
It occurs to me that perhaps you should let the guy who's actually a professional at this sort of thing handle the traps. No.
Well, you've just been hanging at the back there, mister. So if you want to step up.
Nobody's asked me, expert.
Where do I check my
I didn't
saving
realize
throw?
we had to ask you to do your job.
Basically, your saving throw has no bonuses unless you have a special power or feat that grants you a bonus. Is all.
So it's only 1d20.
So it's just going to be 1d20. I'll double
I
check.
thought Warforged got a bonus. For
They might. So I'll just double check your character sheet real quick here, because I got it on.
Have the health amulet like the rest of us?
I have a safe wing amulet.
Guess not.
I'll just check out Neutral here.
That will load up and see what happens.
Features.
Click on my safe wing amulet.
We're not bickering. We're acting like a family.
You get a +5 feet bonus to saving throws against ongoing damage. You get a +5 bonus to the saving throw.
A Foster family.
20 plus 5. 21.
So you save. You don't take any more. So you've taken 5 damage, and that's basically it. All right. So yeah, there you are.
So I've taken 14 damage total.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
67. Okay.
Pardon me, El Razore. Would you be so kind as to lead the group down this treacherous tunnel?
Happy to.
As he's doing
I love you, Elvisore!
I'm
Mind the doors.
going to inspect ahead of us to see if I can spot the next emission point for a magical trap.
And
judging by what I saw.
And just to let you know, the glyphs themselves that imbue this hallway, you feel in general are just decorative in nature. They don't actually have any sort of powers imbued in them, other than to look pretty for the most part.
Did we just lose somebody?
Hmm?
We lost Liam Arclight.
Yeah, don't worry
In the
about it.
chat. And
don't worry.
in the Skype chat, not the...
Don't worry.
It
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
wasn't
All right,
the player.
so-
Good.
Anyways, all right, party, you may make your move.
Well, I just did a Arcana roll to try and spot where the next magic trap of that variety would be, based on what I saw.
You can only search the area immediately around you. You do not detect anything in addition to what you just saw.
Alright, well then I'm going to advance directly behind Elrazor and use my magical skills to supplement his trap finding skills.
Okay.
And stay next to that sweet ass.
Okay. Now, indulge me for a second.
Sure.
This riddle that I'm talking to the group now, this riddle that we were overanalyzing just now, we believe it has something to do with this room, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say that.
And so you guys actually did come up with a plan of some kind?
We're working on
we're
that
heading
right now.
Towards the red at the far end. The
All right,
red,
nobody's going anywhere for a minute. I
scarlet,
need to
and
I need
pink.
to think about this.
If you go back, the brown area still has the message. If you want to examine it.
Is there like a silver or something? Could it be like nice good colors like the moon? Like
That's another possibility. That's the problem.
by the light of the silvery moon? Anyone?
Yep.
Nice.
So
Good
these are statues, or they're
Sorry, go
They-
ahead.
statues.
they- there's essentially like little statues holding spheres of different colors. If you want information about each statue, just ask me which color, and I'll tell you what
All
it
right.
looks like.
All right, I want to go up to this one and search the immediate area for traps.
The
So-
silver one, is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's in
silver
front
one.
of the silver now.
Okay. What you notice, in actuality, is first of all the statue itself is a four-armed gargoyle. However,
Really?
yes.
Gargoyles.
However, what you also notice though is that it's actually the sphere itself is an illusion that's covering a one-way doorway from over here. But you determine that the door cannot be opened from this side.
All right. I have a question.
okay.
Wait, is
From
there
where
anything? Sorry, go ahead.
From where I am, do any of the statues look like humans?
Human. Let's just double check real quick. There is the third statue from the bottom right, the yellow brown one, is that of a human wizard.
Human wizard.
A human
Really?
a human wizard. I'll try to see if there's any other human shaped ones, but I don't think so. I believe
The
each
yellow
sphere.
brown one is right before the red and right next to the scarlet.
Guys, I will be right
Because a
back.
knight's color is normally the colors of their kingdom.
Yeah, but it doesn't refer to that kind of.
That
night.
is not that kind of night, dude.
Well, yeah, it's also spelled with an N.
Oh, you're
not
referring.
K.
You're referring to dark, like night.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But my concern
Alright.
is that knight's good color will get us directly into a fight, since it's for those of great valor. Then again, it could just mean that it needs to be a fighter, but
It so
Fuck
does
those.
not mean a knight with a sword and a shield. I
No,
am
no, no, no.
offi- I am
Knight's good
officially
color
ruling
is for
that
those of great
that's-
valor. Is what this says.
yeah, that's not what I was saying. I was saying that it says that knight's great color is for those of great valor, so I was thinking that if we interact with whatever knight's color is,
We
be
don't
it black
know.
or silver,
We don't-
it
I
might
am
get
su-
us into a fight.
The
I'm
thing
not
that's
just
Explaining my
irritating.
thinking.
The thing that's irritating is that there's no particular path that says we should take this one because that's the safe path. All it says is
Right,
shun
all
green
right.
if you can. Knight's
Right.
good
We are-
color is for those of great valor, and shades of red stand for blood. The wise
All right,
will not be
guys,
sacrificed.
guys, please. We are radically overanalyzing this riddle, bringing facts into evidence that we know nothing about. We are simply going to go with the procedure that has got us this far. We are going to go forward, and I'm going to methodically check for traps. And if we see something that adds into evidence stuff we can apply to the riddle, we will do so. But until
mean,
then, I'm not going to stand here analyzing what colors mean and what they don't mean. So
I'm
if you-
good with that. Let's continue to head
Yeah.
towards the end.
Because honestly, it is the Tomb of Horrors. I mean, I don't think there is a good way to go. There's just
That's what I'm
the
saying.
worse and the worser ones.
Right.
Okay. So go ahead and make your progress.
The
First
party's
one I want
already
to-
falling apart.
First, what I want to do is I want to touch the silver sphere just to see what happens if I do that.
If
I
you
thought-
touch the sphere, it is merely an illusion. Your hand passes through it like it's not physical, and touching it disrupts the illusion that masks that secret door.
Okay, but you said it was fairly clear I could not open this door from this side.
Yeah, you can tell that it's a door, but it's a one-way door that is not open on this side.
And the green one that stabbed Neutro.
That was just that was the
That was a
That
magic
wasn't-
illusion trap.
that was a magic illusion trap, but the green sphere is down here, I believe. Actually, let me get my the green one is I actually have my interaction tool up. Where's the green one? The green one is way down. Where did I put that thing?
It's right below the silver
Pale
one.
green is the,
Oh,
is
yeah.
the
Yeah, it's right below the
Well,
silver.
we also have green as well. Green
Yeah.
and
yeah, there it is.
The green one's there. From this distance, you can't tell anything special about that particular sphere.
All right. I'm gonna head directly over to this one, and I'm gonna check the immediate area for traps as soon as I'm standing in front of this particular statue.
Okay.
Stay back, people. Please stay back.
I'm following
Alright.
right behind you, so I can use
No,
my.
All right.
Neutro is standing still.
All right, you do not see any traps in the vicinity of that statue.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can touch the sphere and see what happens. Probably the same thing. I'm just
Nothing happens. It actually is solid, and your hand touches against it, and it is
it's solid.
It is a solid purple sphere. Yes. The statue itself is solid.
I kind of knock on it. Ooh, that's unexpected.
Okay.
Can I take it?
No, it's affixed to the statue in such a way that you can't move it.
Must be worth a fortune. I'm going to see if there's any kind of mechanical, if there's any kind of mechanism involved in the statue, because this is the first one that actually appears to be real. So I'm going to just say thievery.
Perception or thievery, either is fine.
Thievery's better because that's plus 17. I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 19 still, and even with that, you're able to determine that this statue is completely fixed in its construction, solid in its construction. There's no mechanisms that seem to be able to move. So it is simply a statue that's holding a purple sphere, and the statue looks like a minotaur.
Okay, now, this one is green, and even though I said I was disregarding the riddle before, I'm going to say green is bad, and so I'm going to be extraordinarily careful.
Okay.
As I come along this wall, and I avoid green as much as possible.
Dude, wait. Be careful of the green line there. Just be careful, man.
This is a green. This actually is green on the wall.
Well, that it's basically what appears to be a door there on the other side.
Last time we appeared next to a door, it shot my ass.
Right,
I asked Elrazor to. Sorry, go ahead.
I understand. I'm going to be very attentive as I approach the bronze thing.
Well, I was just going to inspect that spot with my Arcana skills to see if there's a trap there, since I was able to spot the magic spear trap.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
You may go ahead and do so. You do not notice the presence of any sort of special magic here.
I gesture for Elrazor to continue.
All right. I inspect the bronze sphere. Reach out and touch it if I can.
Are you going to do a perception, or are you going to reach out and touch it?
I thought I just did a perception.
Oh, okay. Your perception. It looks like a solid bronze spear being held by Lamia. It's being held at waist height.
Oh.
Waist height. Do all the statues hold them in different positions?
Excellent question.
Are you going to reach out and touch it?
Yeah.
That's 25 hit your reflex.
No.
What about Neutro's question?
All right. So basically, what happens? What happens here is, as soon as you touch the sphere, the door on the other side springs open. Spears lurch out, and you definitely step aside. However, a spear grazes your arm just enough to inflict 5 points of ongoing damage until you save.
All right. Well, let me try to save it. I guess it's the first turn I get to save, so let's try.
You save, so you don't really sustain any main damage. But you notice that when you touch the sphere, your hand passed through it as if it was an illusion.
Okay, so this green riddle thing is a pile of crap. I sit down.
No, dude. We think the walls are not actually green. We're referring.
No, I know that, but I avoided the green. I ran into the bronze thing, and I got fucking impaled anyway. So this riddle is nuts.
Well, technically, you only got impaled because you touched the bronze.
Well, it didn't say nothing in the riddle about not touching a bronze sphere.
Well, like the Tomb of Horrors. Keep your fucking hands to yourself.
How about this? How about we avoid the orbs and just try to make it to the end of the hallway?
How about we not touch anything we don't have to? But Skitch,
yes.
I don't know if you didn't hear Neutro's question. He was asking, are all of the spheres, orbs, what have you, at the same height level?
No,
they're at different levels.
All the spheres are being held at various heights, and they're all being held by different species of creatures.
Right, we got the creatures thing. There's no pattern, just random.
There does not seem to be any sort of logical pattern.
Some are holding them above their heads, some of them are holding them at waist level.
Yep. Some of them are holding above their heads, some of them are being held on their shoulders, some are being held at their feet, some are being held, and so forth. So,
all right, it was a good thought, though.
No,
I go over to the green sphere.
Okay.
I inspect it.
You may go ahead and do so.
You should do an Arcana check.
It looks to be
eyes, not with your hands.
You don't notice anything unusual. It is a green sphere being held up high above the head of an armored giant.
I touch the sphere.
Fuck.
Your hand touches against the cold sphere, and nothing happens.
This riddle is meaningless. I suggest we forget all about it entirely.
I tend
Then-
to agree. This seems to be a bunch of crap.
Let's
Let's
just put a
just
lot of work into that poem.
It doesn't mean anything.
Insight. I'm gonna demand an insight from you, Alarizore.
It must mean something. Even
No,
if it just means to mislead. It
I'm
must
gonna-
mean something.
Hang on.
Just,
I
just,
didn't mean
just,
to-
just do a quick insight for me. You remember that right in front of the riddle was a large green demon with a very foreboding black passageway in its mouth.
Motherfuck.
This is why we're overanalyzing unless it's the fucking Da Vinci Code.
That's
Not that I know what that is.
Now again, all,
Let's just
don't
head
wanna
to
get
the end of the
fucking
hallway.
stabbed.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then what the hell do these friggin' orbs mean?
perhaps nothing. Perhaps they're very colorful distractions meant to waste our time.
Oh,
again,
I'm sure this guy spent all this time designing this dungeon, putting things in there just to confuse people.
So, anyways, the hallway continues further, and then again at the end you see a sort of archway with mist filling it.
Are there
at the end of the
three stones arranged in a triangular pattern with colors on them?
Why don't you approach it and take a look at it?
I'm going to go.
Why don't we have our expert halfling go up there first? Because he's
Because
we
I don't
need to
want to
follow his
step
lead
on his specialty here. I'm just here to whack things.
All right.
Fuck it!
No.
I'm running up to the red sphere to take a look at it.
Oh,
All
this
right.
is a good plan. I like
right.
this.
All right, you take a look at the red sphere.
And with Arcana, hang on a second.
It is a red sphere being held waist high by a skeleton. Okay? You don't notice any sort of...
Ethereal senses.
All right. So basically, your higher Arcana check does indicate that there is an illusion, though, involved with this sphere.
Can I?
Is there a way you can move out of the way? Because every time we've had real illusions here, they tend to be trapped.
Well,
Yeah, well, I'm wondering if I can disbelieve the illusion without having to touch it and break it with my hands.
no. You also know that the only way to actually disrupt or modify the illusion magic is through touch and through no other force.
All
So
right,
we
then
can't,
I'm going
like,
to take
put a
a
sword
step
next
out
to
of
it or
the
something.
way. Yeah, I'm going to take a step out of the way and break the illusion wherever I detect it with my Blade of Annihilation,
Okay?
while standing off to the side.
Is the Blade of Annihilation an actual physical item, or is it merely just a magical construct that isn't, like, physical
Well,
flesh?
now we're in fucking metaphysics. I don't fucking know.
All right, how about this?
No,
Can we
no,
run this
okay,
on
okay.
this-
I'll touch it
All
with
right.
my left.
I want to get out of
right.
this hole.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
can I test something?
If it cuts things, it must be at least temporarily real.
all right. So, as you touch the sphere with your sword, a passageway behind you
Lasers cut things in there. Not
reveals itself inside in the wall. Basically, a small crawl space appears from behind you.
At behind Pale Violet.
That's
Yes.
interesting. Now that is
Um,
very interesting.
I'm gonna make a quick GM's aside. This is also an issue of scale, but that's beside the point. I have to keep this location of this line where it is for distances and otherwise, but it is tied to the red statue. So that's-
How do you mean it's tied to the red statue?
disrupting the illusion of the red statue is what revealed this crawl space.
No, okay, I thought you were saying that the crawl space wasn't where it appeared to be. Okay.
No, it is there. It's just that you notice a crawl space appear as you disrupt. And again,
Some of them
it's
trigger other ones. El Razore, can you help me test a theory here?
What?
The black one. Any chance you could just do your mumbo jumbo testing for traps and whatnot and perceptions against it without actually touching it?
Oh, we could try.
all right.
Well,
You notice when you're looking at the black one again, it is a black spear. It sits at the feet of a hydra. But other than that, you don't notice anything particularly unusual about it.
Let's leave that one alone for now.
Yeah, leave it be.
Let's leave the Hydra alone for a minute.
Yes,
Elgazor, can I get you to inspect this entrance that I've just discovered?
The entranceway is, once you push across the little stone plate there, that beacon is still visible. The crawl space seems to be 5 feet wide, just like the other one, and you don't notice anything unusual about it.
My God, the orb is moving.
All right, so
All right.
you're entering?
So, Razor is clearly entering. He doesn't, like, vanish or anything when he enters, does he?
No, he just walks in, he just crawls into the crawl space itself.
All right, I'm going to motion to the others and follow him as he enters then.
Very well.
And,
I'll
you will
proceed
come
very
forward.
carefully down.
Oh, finally, move.
All right. El Rosario, you may advance forward.
All right, I'm just gonna walk up.
Okay. The tunnel goes forward for about 40 feet. It's rough passage. It's not that pleasant. But as it turns to your right, you just notice a wall at the end of the crawl space.
Okay. We will now
Examine
start
the
searching
wall.
for secret doors.
I will leave the master to his work.
27.
Okay, you notice that the
Damn.
wall immediately in front of you is, at the end of the hallway, a secret door. So, you could, it actually has, well, you notice a sort of like catch like a handle in the door itself.
There's a door there.
All right, so
I'm not
El Rosario-
actually turning the corner. I'm just really, really perceptive like that.
El Rosario,
Well spotted!
what do you do?
I'll grab the catch, open it up.
All right, as you open the door, the ground underneath you crumbles away. The door opens,
God.
but you stumble forward and fall. And actually, do an acrobatics check real quick.
Can I catch him?
Yeah,
Or
no. El Rosario has to do this himself. Acrobatics check.
Hang on.
Good
Dexterity
Lord.
die.
Natural 20.
Nice!
You're able to catch yourself before you fall into the room, but the fall would have only been 10 feet. So you allow yourself to drop into the room.
I do a little
And-
Splinter Cell walk.
I was just fucking picturing you doing that too.
I need to finish drawing out the rest of the room. This is okay.
It's all in the reflexes.
Dexterity
You
die.
just listen to old Jack Burton.
Okay. All right. So you may enter the room. There's this chamber is stone filled, relatively smooth, a little dusty here and there, but that's not really what you notice as the odd thing here. What you notice is unusual is that there are 3 stone chests all set on this floor.
Where?
I'm going to draw them out right now.
Okay. Just
So-
before we get further in.
Oh, I'm already in.
This one is supposed to be. I'll just draw them all real quick here.
Yeah.
These colors are awful. I'm sorry. I'll put numbers on them real quick. Too.
One of them looks like an Easter egg.
I promise we forgive you.
I'm co-
I want to open the springtime chest. It's festive.
all right.
I like the pastel one.
All
I'm
right.
going to inspect the chests with my
all right.
magical senses.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm
I'm
going
gonna-
for the
I'm-
red. I look more manly.
I'm going to put numbers in these.
Ditto.
Wait. 1. Come on. 2. And. All right. 3. Okay. All right. Chest number 1 is supposed to be it's supposed to be a chest that is, let's see here. It is each of the chest is about 4 feet long, 2 feet wide, and 3 feet high. The first one gleams gold. The second one is untarnished silver, and the third is an oak chest bound with thick bronze bands.
Oh god, all that glitters is not gold. Even I know that one.
I think you said
What?
bronze bands?
Bronze bands on the. So basically, you have a chest that has bronze, one that's covered in silver, and one that's golden.
Right.
And the bronze chest is also it's oak. Just All right. At this point,
This will be found.
you may
Fortuitous.
you may go ahead and
Check the wall.
I didn't see anything in this riddle about any kind of stinking chest, and even if I did, I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, the riddle has nothing to do with this, I don't think.
So I'm just going to go forward to the first chest, kneel down, and examine it.
with the gold one.
Yeah,
Alright.
if that is the gold one, yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead and do your perception on it, and
24.
all right, perception. You notice that the precious metal chests, both the gold and silver one, are only poor quality gold and silver plate over iron. So,
All right, I'm going to.
however, they're also affixed to the floor, cannot be budged, but not by any sort of physical means, but by some purely magical construction.
I'm going to.
This is the
inspect
chest of a
iron
carpenter.
chest magically,
Okay, go ahead.
as just while
Go ahead.
as coming over to inspect it physically. I just did.
Oh, you did your
Yeah.
your Arcana check. With the Arcana check, you're able to. You're not really able to determine anything. You think that there might be magic somewhere in this room, but you aren't sure exactly where it's coming from.
Hey guys, there might be magic somewhere here.
Thanks.
You know
Oh,
where?
very helpful.
I just wanted to keep you in the loop.
All right, well, I'm going to see if I can open the first chest.
Before you do so,
Have you looked at the third chest yet?
Could you maybe
No.
not?
No.
Please not.
okay.
I am
whatever you-
opening the chest. I have no reason not to.
Okay.
No, I'm saying this is Scorchmaw saying please don't in character.
Why? Aha!
Because
I see.
you sense
Well,
magic.
Because there are 3 mysterious chests, and we don't
Yes.
know what the problem is.
2 of them are likely to be lethal traps. 1 of them is likely to let us continue.
I see,
Opening
and you know
one
this
before
because for no
Because
reason. Okay,
every other place we've been has functioned under the same system.
please.
I say
You were the
open a
one who was
chest.
saying we should be careful.
I am being careful. I'm being very methodical and checking this chest for traps, and finding none, I will open it.
I'm heading back to the entrance to this room.
Nice knowing you.
Okay. So you open the gold chest.
If it is free of traps, yes.
From what you can tell, there are no traps on it.
Fine,
What
I
we
open
can
it.
tell.
As you open the chest, a pulse of green light erupts in the chest, and a swarm of hissing vipers pulses forth.
Nice work!
Vipers. Why did it
Good
have to
one.
be vipers?
So say that again, because I missed it because everyone was talking over you.
Basically, as you open the chest, a pulse of green light emits from the inside of it, and then vipers erupt from it.
Frickin' snakes, man.
Why did it have to be snakes?
This is all your fault.
Don't even come
Can I-
across like you knew
I-
what was going to
All right,
happen.
can I roll
like you
nature?
told,
Can
like
I,
you fuck,
Go ahead.
like you fucking told
can
me
I
that
roll a nature check to find out what these snakes are?
You
Go
fucking
ahead.
ass bastards.
Okay. All right. 30.
You determine that they're just a horde of like weak little vipers, but they have quite a poisonous bite to them.
I want some
Alright,
initiative.
Can I make an attack on these or?
Well, you need to roll initiative right now, anyways. That's beside the point. So, I'm going to
Check my initiative real quick.
make sure to add yourselves to the initiative list if possible. I think.
Where's my freaking...
Initiative.
Ouch.
+8.
Yeah, we have to be added to the list first before we can add our own initiatives.
Okay. I'm
See.
just gonna add everyone.
That's your job, Skitch.
Sorry. Add. Add.
Fuck you! I have a plus 12 to initiative, and you fuckers are still beating me.
Okay, and then I
All
need.
of you.
Yes, I'm grumpy today. Everyone's giving me shit today for no reason.
We're not trying to. We're just trying to be, in character and having fun.
And stop you from opening chests full of vipers.
All right, come on, guys, hug it
To be
out.
now,
hug
now,
it
to
out.
now, 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 to be. I'm going to say this.